Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to the first episode of Two Guys Play in 9 months.
It's been a hot minute, to say the least.
It's been a lifetime.
Nearly a year.
Nearly a year.
And that is saying something, because I don't think we've ever gone longer than like 5 or 6 months.
Yeah, I mean, and even then, I mean, we've had maybe one of those stretches. So sorry for no content. But we're playing Pokemon FireRed now, so
yeah, I've never played a Pokemon game in my life.
Yeah, this is gonna be very interesting. The thing that got us back into Two Guys Play here is we found my copy of Pokemon Leaf Green that has been lost for over a decade.
13 years.
13 long years it has been lost, and we just found it inside a couch the other day. And it came up that Ethan has never played Pokemon, and we said we have to do this. So this is Professor Oak. Let's read this. Let's read the text.
You want to go all in for this?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's
all
Undertale
in.
this thing.
Oh yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and get into it. You want to be Professor Oak?
All right. Yeah.
All right.
Hello there. Glad to meet you. I instinctively almost hit the space bar.
Ethan
before
put
realizing
down the controller.
I had a controller. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. Thank you, Professor Oak. My name is Oak.
You knew that.
I knew that.
That
already.
was one small fact about this series that
I said,
you
thank
already
you,
knew.
Professor Oak, and he said, my name is Oak.
Dang, you are already one step ahead of this game.
People affectionately refer to me as a Pokemon professor.
Have you ever heard anyone refer to him as that?
The Pokemon? Probably. He's like
Really?
the only professor I know of.
Oh, yeah?
I know that there are multiple, but for the life of me, I can't name any others.
I'll give you a hint. They're all named after trees.
Okay.
He's an oak tree, and the rest are, they follow that pattern.
All right.
But do you know what that is? That thing next to him?
That is a Pokemon.
Yes. Correct. Do you know which one it is?
Behind that I have no clue.
Okay. That is a Nidoran female.
I never would have gotten that.
Yeah.
How do you tell the gender?
The pink ones are male, and the female ones are blue.
All right.
Yeah, so that's how you tell. But yeah, did you know that this world is inhabited far and right by creatures known as
Some
Pokemon?
people, Pokemon are pets. Others use them for battling. As for myself, I study Pokemon as a profession. I'm a professor.
Professor Oak, the Pokemon professor.
But first, tell me a little about yourself. No. Now tell me, are you a boy or are you a girl? Man, freaking FireRed, not with the times.
Yeah, they are not giving you that gender-neutral option that we're all looking for.
Yeah, Undertale definitely had it.
Yeah, Undertale, I mean, for real. Frisk
That's the most gender-neutral character I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, Frisk is whatever you want Frisk to be. Wait, stop! Make the THAN lowercase, please.
Whoa.
That'll bother me for the rest of the game if we
How
don't.
do I?
Lower up there.
Oh.
It was a different time. This was I think the first Pokemon game I ever played.
Yeah.
So I'm very affectionate towards this one. I actually, the first time I ever saw Pokemon, my cousins were playing it, and I asked them if I could play it, and then they were like, no, and then I cried for like an hour.
Jeez.
And then like a year later, my mom bought me and my brother a copy. They brought my brother a copy of Pokemon Sapphire, and they bought me a copy of Pokemon FireRed.
Dang.
And then
so this is your first Pokemon game.
This is my first Pokemon game. And they thought it was like, they thought that it was, it lined up with the generation. Like they were buying like FireRed and Leaf Green, but they actually accidentally bought two separate generations, which was really convenient though, because we had two like unique experiences.
Right.
Which was pretty freaking awesome.
All right, so what are we going to name his grandson?
Let's see. We can name him whatever you want to. I mean, that is clearly Gary Oak from the Pokemon anime.
Okay.
If you want to go for his canonical name, you can pick Blue.
I like the name Kaz.
Well, let's just go with Kaz. I'm sure nobody ever does that.
It reminds me of the name Kazuhira Miller from the Metal Gear Solid series.
Dang, for some reason it made me think Cosmonaut Variety Hour. I dug that deep to try to freaking count it for something. Yeah, the rest of this text here really is, he's just like, your legend is about to unfold.
Right.
It's nothing. But now you get disappointed by the actual graphics compared to that cinematic.
The mess.
Yeah. They always do it with like the most modern Nintendo console for the time, but this was based off of Pokemon Blue and Red, because if you don't know, this is a remake of Pokemon Red and Blue. And so when the Pokemon Red and Blue were created, the NES was Nintendo's main console. And with every subsequent Pokemon game, they have Nintendo's main console in the trainer's room.
Okay.
So in the most recent one, they have a Switch. You know, and one before
That's
that, they had a
cool.
Wii U. You know,
That's really cool.
Yeah, they keep doing that. And by the way, for this playthrough, I'm going to try to keep this experience for you as freaking bare bones as possible. I will assist you when necessary, but for the most part, I'm going to let you go.
I'm going to have to look up Urine Shane's FireRed playthrough.
Yeah, it doesn't exist.
Really?
We played Heart Gold and Soul Silver on Game Sages.
I'm going to have to look up your all's playthrough and take some notes.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same basic, you know. That was the generation after this one, so...
Pallet Town, shades of your journey await.
Dude, Pallet Town means a lot to a lot of people. This song right here, I mean, it's just... Let's take a second just to listen to this.
Very atmospheric.
It screams home. Like for me, like when I think about, whoa, did you just not hit the A button for a while?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, what the heck? Why did she notice you? Like, oh wait, no, she wanted you to look.
Trainer
I was gonna
tips.
say she's uncomfortable.
Press start to open the menu. Holy crap.
You just learned that.
Signs are useful, aren't they?
Yeah, this is old school RPG tutorials.
Yeah. Oh, Pokemon Research Lab. So I'm assuming we're supposed to go in there.
Oh yeah?
That's what I'm gonna assume.
Assume that.
Okay,
Go
so
ahead.
this is Pallet Town? Just these 3 houses?
3 Fire Emblem 3 houses.
Jeez, Cause wow!
You,
Freaking
Cause, and Professor Oak.
That's it.
That is it.
Hi, Ethan. My brother Cause is out at Grandpa's lab.
Oh, little hint as to where you're supposed to go.
Our house
possibly.
looks like exactly the same, only we have stairs.
Where do they sleep?
So we're rich.
Wait, where do they sleep?
They don't.
There's no beds in that house?
We're rich. Who's
Oh,
this?
snap.
This guy looks chunky.
He is.
Technology is incredible. You can now store and recall items and Pokemon as data in a PC.
Yeah, that is when you catch more than 6 Pokemon, freaking...
You can put them in your computer.
Yeah.
That's actually insane.
Yeah, and so you can only have 6 Pokemon on you at a time.
What's up, Cause? Piece of crap.
What? It's only Ethan? Gramps isn't around. Oh.
Dang.
So Gramps isn't here.
Those are Pokeballs. They contain Pokemon. You're
Wow.
You're actually kidding me.
I'll give you a second to process that, Ethan. I know that's a lot to take in, so let me know when you got it.
What could this machine be? Better not mess around with it.
Okay.
Let's mess around with it.
So yeah, this is not where you were supposed to go, surprisingly.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what he's the authority on Pokemon. Many Pokemon trainers. All right.
Well, there's not many places to go.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't have too much trouble finding your way.
Okay.
Remember that body of water. Eventually, you will get the ability to cross bodies of water. Oh.
Hey,
Ooh.
wait. Oh, wait. Hey, wait. Don't go that way. It's unsafe. Wild Pokemon live in tall grass. No, don't mess you up right now.
Oh, yeah.
You need your own Pokemon for your protection.
Amen to that.
I know. Here, come with me. Walk back to the place you just left.
Where was he?
Just in the woods, I guess.
I don't know. But he came from Pallet Town. He came from Pallet Town. Where was he hiding? Gramps, I'm fed up with waiting. Oh, he just says nothing.
Cards? Let me see. Oh, that's right. I told you to come. Jeez.
Dang.
Forgot about his freaking nephew who lives right next to his lab.
Yeah, I mean, what is there really to forget in this town? There's not much.
3 Pokemon here. Haha, the Pokemon. The Pokemon, here's Chinese Pokemon. That was explained to us earlier.
Yeah, well, you did a little extra exploring.
Yeah.
You didn't go to the required destination. You're one step ahead of Oak. Hey, Gramps, no fair. What about me? I got all of that before you skipped it. So now you get first dibs. Oak.
Just any one of them?
Oak is giving you priority over his own grandson.
Is this going to be the thing like I pick one and that's the one I have?
No, you pick one, you see what's in the ball, you'll get an option as to yes or no, as to whether or not that's the one you want.
Bulbasaur.
You should recognize
raise.
these 3 Pokemon.
Yeah, but I have no clue what their strengths and or weaknesses are.
Do you want me to give you like a base?
No.
All right.
If I'm absolutely going to screw myself over, maybe give me a hint.
There is definitely a harder option and an easier option. But the harder option does have more reward in the end.
I think I'm going to go with Bulbasaur.
You're going to go with Bulbasaur? Why?
Yeah.
What made you pick Bulbasaur?
I just feel like the whole fire water thing is old. I need a refreshment. I need to go with a grass type Pokemon.
Dude, I mean, that is a unique choice. You know, the debate has always been Charmander and
Or
Squirtle, but we're going to
Really?
give Bulbasaur some love.
All right.
And I will tell you, Bulbasaur is basically the easy mode. For the first 2 gyms, he is super effective to both of them, so it is phenomenal for beginners.
Okay.
So I think it's a great choice because for the first... And so Squirtle is like the medium for the difficulty of the beginning, and Charmander is weak to the first 2 gyms. So it's like, you gotta have to really catch some Pokemon. We gotta give him a nickname.
Yeah.
Let's see, what are we gonna nickname him? Hopefully this doesn't end up like mine and Shane's Heart Gold playthrough. You're gonna nickname him Bulbasaur just to spite the game. What are you naming him?
Bulby.
Bulby, oh.
From
okay.
Jimmy Neutron.
What? Who's Bulby?
You're joking.
I don't know who Bulby
Clap,
is.
clap, clap, slap, slap, slap. Are you joking me?
Wait.
Clap,
Is,
clap, clap, slap, slap.
is it the fat guy?
Yeah.
Okay. I just forgot his
Dude.
name. Bulby.
I was in shock.
Yeah, I mean, I know
That's like
exactly
a
who you're
segue for
talking
us to make jokes in this playthrough.
Jeez.
All right.
I'm sure you're not the first person to ever name your Bulbasaur Bulby. Seems like
Probably not.
yeah, but as you can see, Gary Oak went for the
Charmander?
weakness. Yeah, he will always go for the starter that is super effective to your starter to give himself an advantage. And now, for your first Pokemon battle,
Gonna do it right in freaking Professor Oak's lab.
gonna do it right here. Rival Kaz would like to battle. So here
Kaz!
you freaking go. This is it. This is the first time you in your life
Yeah,
have
I'm
done
21
a Pokemon
years
battle.
old. I've never battled Pokemon.
Well, luckily for you, Professor Oak has some advice.
You've never had a Pokemon battle before, have you? No, I have
For
not.
once, Oak, that is correct.
Pokemon battle is when trainers pit their Pokemon against each other. The trainer that makes the other trainer's Pokemon faint by lowering their HP to 0 wins. The one that beats the crap out of the other one.
Yeah, this is a little cruel if you think too hard about it. But the anime kind of establishes that the Pokemon like it. So you only have 4 options here. You know, there's only one real option because if you didn't know, you can't run from trainer battles. And
PP.
you have 2 attacks, and if you want to see what each of these attacks do, go for it.
Okay.
Tackle is just a regular, normal physical attack.
Okay.
And Charmander has Scratch, which is basically,
Super effective.
it's basically Tackle. They're basically the same move, except just depending on the Pokemon.
Right.
Yep, and Growl
So that-
lowers the enemy's
okay.
attack. So it is a decent move. For a lot
Maybe
of...
should have done that first.
Yeah, I mean, had you known, I'd say for the first battle, it's
Run.
probably you can't run from trainer battles. Unfortunately, that is a fact of Pokemon that you will learn. Oak's just like, yeah, you only have 1 Pokemon. But if you did have more than 1 Pokemon, you could switch them out at any point in the battle in order to,
Right.
turn the tide in your favor in a way. But unfortunately, Gary got second dibs, so he was able to, pick the one that's strong against yours.
Right.
But his attack is lowered, so maybe you can make this comeback. He's only doing 3 HP per hit. You might get a critical.
Again? Lower it even further?
It will.
Really?
Yeah, I think
that's
try.
the move.
Go for it, man.
That's the move.
This battle, I will tell you, even for experienced players, it's kind of a coin flip because he got a critical.
Okay.
Critical hits, you've played RPGs before.
Of course.
You have a small chance of getting a critical hit, which will make them do more damage. You lost.
I did.
But that's okay.
But from this loss, we are going to rise from the ashes. We're going to make something of ourselves, and we are going to be the very best.
Like no one ever was. Freaking, that battle's a coin flip for sure. Oh, Oak is disappointed. If you win, you earn prize money, and your Pokemon grow.
Jeez.
Yeah, your Bulbasaur would have been level 6 had you won that.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, I would say the proper strategy for that is to just use Tackle every turn. That's basically the way I go about it. It is a little bit of a coin flip but they're also, I will inform you of this now since we're past
Did Professor Oak just pay his nephew 6 coins?
I think I didn't read it.
He said since we weren't prepared for it, he'll pay for us.
Oh, dang. Good for him. Yeah, but
what happens if we run out of money?
I don't know. You'll probably never run into that situation where you're dead out of money.
Better thank Professor Oak for setting me up for life.
Oh, yeah.
Has to battle for it to grow. All right.
Okay.
Oops, my bad.
Yeah, this game is weird, and L and R freaking pull up that menu.
Yeah.
Which is kind of useless.
Yeah.
But yeah, now that you have a Pokemon, you are free to roam in the tall grass, and you're about to be exposed to random encounters for your first time. Oh, yeah, what I was gonna say earlier was that in your house, actually, you about did it, but I didn't want to call you out. If you would have looked at your item storage, you would have freaking, there would have been a potion in there, and you could have gotten it, and the potion would have basically guaranteed you won that battle.
Really?
Yeah, but I don't see a point in going back to get it, honestly, because you'll be able to you'll have potions galore here coming up. And the Rattata here is not going to pose too much of a threat, I would say. It'll do a decent number, but your Bulbasaur is not only 2 levels higher than it, but also a much better Pokemon.
Right.
What are you thinking of Rattata? What's your first impression of this thing? You ever seen it before?
No. Pretty weak. I think maybe at a higher level he'd pose a much greater threat.
Yeah, and remember, Pokemon evolve. Most do anyway.
Right.
So that thing will one day grow to be something stronger. I'm not gonna try and have an effect on what you want to catch. That's the phenomenal thing about Pokemon. The world is your oyster.
What does that mean?
The world is your oyster. You can do anything with it. You can do whatever you want in this world.
So
it is
can we only do anything to an oyster?
I don't know why.
By that respect,
I don't know why that's the saying, but that's what it means. I know what the saying means. I don't know why it's the world is your oyster. Maybe because you can do like with the shell, you can use the shell as a spoon.
I got the potion.
Eat it. Yeah, see.
Yes.
That's another potion. It heals 20 health, I think.
Why is that guy out here?
It's just to be there. He probably said why he was out there.
Yeah, he said he was a shopkeeper in Viridian City.
Oh, really?
He's just out in the middle of the woods.
Okay, Viridian City's pretty far away too.
Jeez.
Pidgey, you've had to see a Pidgey before.
I have seen a Pidgey.
Right. What do you think of Pidgey? I'm gonna ask you every time we see a new Pokemon. Just get your thoughts on the Pokemon.
20 points. We'll use that later.
Yeah, you got a couple hits from this Pidgey.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm really just trying to gauge what I think might be worth catching. But I don't have any Pokeballs.
Yeah, you don't have Pokeball. Even if you wanted to catch something right now, you couldn't. But that's where the game really becomes interesting, because in this game, you have 150 options. So there are 150 Pokemon, and obviously as the series goes on, now there's about 1,000.
Right.
So, I mean, you really get to pick your path.
I knew a kid in middle school, back when there were only 400 or 500 Pokemon in total. He knew every single one by name.
God.
Could call it out freaking like that.
Jeez, I'll tell
He
you.
had a question about any of them. He was like a freaking encyclopedia.
Dang. I'd say I could name every Pokemon from the first 3 generations, but if you asked me from Gen 7 or Gen 8, freaking, I wouldn't be able to name half of them, I don't think.
Yeah.
Because
so you've not been super into it here recently.
the more recent games, I've kind of fallen out of it. I think the series kind of died for me. I don't want to say died because I've still played the games and beat them, but I have stopped enjoying the series as much since Gen 6. I really didn't like Gen 6, and I really didn't like Gen 7.
What didn't you like about them?
The difficulty, it's baby mode basically, Pokemon. Like I could beat that game with my eyes closed.
Right.
Critical hit, you had a big reaction to that.
Yeah, it was
Dude.
kind of shocking to see that much HP just fly off of that health bar.
Oh yeah, and it is done. You just wrecked that Pidgey. Freaking,
Tell you what we need to do a playthrough on.
What?
Persona 5R when it comes out.
oh yeah, just,
Please.
I mean, we would have a time with that.
That's like a freaking 3 or 4 month playthrough.
We would, I mean, that would be hundreds of episodes. Hundreds.
I'm ready for it.
So yeah, I think you've probably gotten the idea by now. The only Pokemon on this route are Pidgeys and Rattatas.
Okay.
So, God, another critical.
We'll be getting it.
I mean, he needs them
He
too.
slapped that Rattata's cheeks.
Yeah, ooh, freaking. I mean, if he didn't get these criticals, you probably would have died before you got to the next town. But luckily, you're on your way right now to that town.
Right.
To, I believe Professor Oak asked you to pick up his parcel from the Pokemart, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if he read that or not.
Yeah.
But he did say that, I believe. I assume he says that. But I'll go ahead and say it just in case you learn Leech Seed.
Okay.
New move, so you can test that out when you get into your next battle. It's a very different move. It's actually a grass type move.
Okay.
So your first grass move that Bulbasaur learns.
Viridian City.
Oh, this is. Oh, I said Viridian City was far away. I was thinking of. Cerulean City. My bad.
Okay.
That was you can see how I messed that up. They sound decently similar.
I can't at all.
Dang. Okay, but we're here. We're at Viridian City.
So I think we should call it an episode.
Yeah, we got our first Pokemon, made it through Route 1, and now we're here. Next time we're hopefully gonna find Oak's parcel and head into Viridian Forest. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
See ya.